Once again, a very good morning to everyone. Welcome back to online class. Let us continue with the revision of trigonometry. Let us quickly recap what we have done last time. Sine ratio equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse, that is sine theta equal to opposite side of angle theta upon hypotenuse. Cos ratio is equal to adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Cos theta is equal to adjacent side of angle theta upon hypotenuse. And the last one is tan ratio equal to opposite side upon adjacent side. Tan theta equals to opposite side of angle theta upon adjacent side of angle theta. Let us solve an example. In right angle triangle LMN, angle LMN equals to 90 degree. Angle L equals to 50 degree and angle N equals to 40 degree. Then find sine 50 degree, cos 50 degree, tan 40 degree, cos 40 degree. So this is a triangle LMN, where angle M is 90 degree. So you can see here it is angle M and it is given as 90 degree. Side opposite to 90 degree is called hypotenuse, right? So first we will write here hypotenuse. Okay. Then it is given angle L equal to 50 degree. Then where is angle L in this figure? It is here, right? So here we will mark 50 degree. And angle N as 40 degree. So let us mark that also in the given figure, 40 degree. Now, we need to find sine 50 degree. So first we will write sine 50 degree is equal to, now see, they have asked us 50 degree. Then we will write first the angle of that, name of that angle, that is angle L. So we need to find sine L. And the formula is opposite side of angle L upon hypotenuse. Now look here, angle L. Which side is opposite to angle L? It is side MN, right? So here we will write MN upon hypotenuse. Hypotenuse we have marked first only, earlier only. It is side LN. So here we will write LN. Therefore, we got sine 50 degree as MN MN upon LN, right? Now what we need to find? We need to find cos 50 degree. So first we will write cos 50 degree equal to. Now 50 degree again it is the same angle, that is angle L. So we will write cos L is equal to adjacent side of angle L upon hypotenuse. Now which side is adjacent to angle L? Side LM. So here we will write LM upon hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is LN. So here we will write LN. So we can say there that therefore sin cos 50 degree is equal to LM upon LN. Now the next one is tan 40 degree. So first we will write tan 40 degree. Then 40 degrees, which angle in this figure? It is angle N, right? So here we will write tan N. Then we will write the formula of it, that is opposite side of angle N upon adjacent side of angle N. Now let us see which side is opposite to angle N. We have angle N here, right? Then which side is opposite to it? Side LM. So here we will write LM upon adjacent side, side MN. So here it will come MN. Therefore, tan 40 degree is equal to LM upon MN. The last one is cos 40 degree. So we will write first cos 40 degree equal to cos, and again it is 40 degree means angle N. So we are writing here cos N equal to adjacent side of angle N upon hypotenuse. Now look at the figure, which side is adjacent to angle N? It is side MN, right? So here we will write MN upon hypotenuse, that is LN. So we will write here LN. Therefore, cos 40 degree is equal to MN upon LN. Just go through the sum. Now let us move to the next one. In right angle triangle TSU, TS is equal to 5, angle S equal to 90 degree, SU equal to 12. Then find sin T, cos T, tan T. Similarly, find sin U, cos U, tan U. Okay. So here the name of the triangle is TSU, right? Now first we will mark hypotenuse in this figure. So since S is 90 degree, the side opposite to S, that is TU, is hypotenuse. So first we will write here hypotenuse. Now they have given us the length of side TS, that is 5. So here on this side TS, I will write 5 first. And SU is 12. The length of side SU is 12. So you can see SU over here, right? So we will write here 12. So in this triangle, they have given us the length of two sides, that is TS and SU. So hypotenuse, the length of hypotenuse is not given. So first we will find the length of this side with the help of Pythagoras theorem. Okay, now Pythagoras theorem statement we have done last time. It is hypotenuse square is equal to one side square plus other side square. So in this figure, hypotenuse is TU, right? So we will write TU square is equal to, for one side you can write TS square plus SU square, right? You can see this here. Now what we will do, we will substitute the values that are given to us. TS, in place of TS, we will write 5. Here we will write square. Let me erase this. Then we will copy plus as it is. And in place of SU square, we will write the value of SU, that is 12. So bracket 12, close the bracket and write square, that is 2 over there. Now what is the square of 5? The square of 5 is 25, right? And what is the square of 12? It is 144. So 25 plus 144 is 169. So we got TU square as 169. Now we will find the square root from both the side. So by taking the square root on both the side, we will get TU is equal to 13. So we got the value of hypotenuse as 13. Right? Now let us find the first one, sine t. So we will write the formula of sine t, that is opposite side of angle t upon hypotenuse. Now look at the figure. Where is angle t? Here it is, right? Now which side is opposite to angle t? It is SU. So we will write here SU upon hypotenuse is TU is equal to, we will write the values also. SU is 12 and TU is 13. So we got sine t equals to 12 upon 13, right? Now let us find cos t. So cos t is equal to adjacent side of angle t upon hypotenuse. Now which side is adjacent to angle t? Side TS. So here we will write TS upon hypotenuse is TU. Now what is the value of side TS? The length of side TS, it is 5. So here I am writing 5 upon 12. Therefore we got cos t is equal to 5 upon 12. Okay. The next one is tan t. So first we will write the formula. Tan t is equal to opposite side of angle t upon adjacent side of angle t. Now which side is opposite to angle t? You can see in the figure, here is angle t. So the side SU. So here we will write SU upon adjacent side of angle t. Here we have adjacent side and the name of the side is TS, right? Then we will write the values of it. SU is equal to 12 TS is equal to 5. So we got tan T as 12 upon 5. The next one is sin U. So first we will write the formula. Sin U is equal to opposite side of angle U upon hypotenuse. So you can see angle U over here. Now which side is opposite to it? Side TS. So here we will write TS upon hypotenuse will be side TU, right? So here we will write TU. Now what is the value of TS? It is 5, right? So we will write here 5 and TU is 13. So we will write 13. So we got sin U as 5 upon 13. The next we need to find is cos U. So first we will write the formula. Cos U is equal to adjacent side of angle Q upon hypotenuse. So which side is adjacent to angle U? It is side SU, right? So we will write SU upon hypotenuse is TU is equal to, what is the value of SU given to us? It is 12, right? So here we will write 12 and in place of TU we will write 13. So we got cos U is equal to 12 upon 13. And the last one is tan U. So tan U is equal to opposite side of angle U upon adjacent side of angle U. So for opposite side, here we have angle U. So the side opposite to it is TS, right? So here we will write TS. Adjacent side of angle U is SU. So here we will write SU. Let us write the values also. TS is equal to 5 and SU is equal to 12. So we got tan U equal to 5 upon 12. Right? Just go through the sum. Sorry, here I have done one mistake. Let me rectify it. Here the hypotenuse by mistakenly I have written 12. It will come 13. Okay. So I'm just making a changes over here. It will come 13. TU, the value of TU is 13. So I'm writing here 13. And similarly, it will get changed over here also. 5 upon 13. Okay. Now let us see what is the relation among trigonometry ratios. To understand this, I am taking one sum. Triangle PMN is a right angle triangle and angle M is equal to 90 degree. So one of the angle, that is angle M, is equal to 90 degree. And angle P and angle R are complementary angles. Complementary angles means 90 degree. So when you will add angle P and angle N, you will get 90 degree. Okay. Let us understand it more clearly with the help of this figure. See, this is a right angle triangle This is a right angle triangle PMN, where angle M is 90 degree, right? Let me first mark the hypotenuse also in this figure. So hypotenuse will be side PN, right? Now they have the new thing which they have given us is angle P and angle R are complementary angles. To understand this, let us take angle N as 30 degree. Suppose angle N is 30. Then how you will find angle P? You will do 90 minus 30, because angle P and angle N are complementary angles. So to find angle P, I will minus 30 from 90. So I will get the answer as 60 degree. Similarly, if I am assuming angle N as theta, then how I will find angle P? By doing 90 minus theta, right? Now, let us first find sine theta. The formula for sine theta is opposite side of angle theta upon hypotenuse. So in this figure, you can see theta over here. Then which side is opposite to theta? It is PM, right? So I am directly writing here PM. PM upon hypotenuse is PN. So I am writing here PN, right? The next, cos theta. Formula of cos theta is adjacent upon hypotenuse. That is adjacent side of angle theta upon hypotenuse. So the adjacent side of angle theta over here is side NM, right? So I'm writing here NM upon hypotenuse is PN, right? And number this as 2. The sine theta is 1 and the cos theta is 2. Now let us find the third one, that is tan theta. The formula for tan theta is opposite side of angle theta upon adjacent side of angle theta. So opposite side is PM. So I'm writing here PM upon adjacent side is NM, right? So I'm writing here NM. So this way we got sine theta, cos theta and tan theta. Now we will again find the same ratio but for angle P, that is 90 minus theta. So sine 90 minus theta, formula for that is opposite side of angle 90 minus theta upon hypotenuse. So here we have 90 minus theta, that is angle P. So the opposite side is NM. So here we will write NM upon hypotenuse is PN, right? Next, cos 90 minus theta. It will be adjacent side of angle P, that is 90 minus theta upon hypotenuse. So the adjacent side will be side PM, right? So here I am writing side PM upon hypotenuse, I will write PN. Let us find tan 90 minus theta, that is opposite side of angle P upon adjacent side of angle P, that is 90 minus theta. So opposite side we will write NM and for adjacent side we will write PM. Now look at this. What can you notice? You can notice that here we got PM upon PN. And the same thing we got for cos 90 minus theta also. See here, PM upon PN. So from 1 and 5, we can conclude that sine theta is equal to cos 90 minus theta. Okay. Now look at the second one, cos theta. What we got? NM upon PM. Sorry, PN, right? And see here, For sine 90 minus theta, we got again Pm upon Pn. Both are again same, right? So we can say from 2 and 4 that cos theta is equal to sine 90 minus theta. So the remaining is tan theta and tan 90 minus theta. Let us multiply and find what we can get from that. So tan theta into tan 90 minus theta. Tan theta answer we got Pm upon Nm. Into, for tan 90 minus theta, we have got Nm upon Pm, right? So I'm writing here Nm upon Pm. Now here also Pm, here also Pm, so it will get cancelled, right? We will get 1 over here. Here Nm and here Nm, it will also get cancelled. We will get 1 over here. 1 into 1, the answer is 1, right? Sorry. So the answer is 1. So here we came to derive this tan theta is into tan 90 minus theta is equal to 1. Now let us find sin theta upon cos theta. What we are getting? Sin theta upon cos theta. So for sin theta, we have got Pm upon Pn that I have written over here. And cos theta, we have got Nm upon Pn. Okay. So I have written it over here. It will come Nm upon Pm. Now, what can you see? You can see that we have Pn in numerator also, in denominator also. So it will get cancelled, right? And what is the remaining? Remaining is Pn upon Nm, which is nothing but tan theta, right? Here also you can see Pm upon Nm is equal to tan theta. So from this, we can say that sin theta upon cos theta is equal to tan theta. Sin theta upon cos theta is equal to tan theta. Remember this. These all are the formulas that we need to remember. It will help us to solve the sum. Cos 90 minus theta is equal to sin theta. Sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. Sin theta upon cos theta is equal to tan theta. Tan theta into tan 90 minus theta is equal to 1. Table of trigonometry ratios. This table we need to remember again. And there are different ways of learning this table. One of the method is here for the first, you can write over here 0, then write 1, then write 2, then write 3, then write 4. Okay. So the last number we got as 4. So what we will do, we will write upon 4 everywhere. Here also I am writing 4. Here also I am writing 4. Upon 4. Upon 4. Upon 4. Right? Now we will put square root everywhere. Now 0 upon 4, you will get the answer is 0. And the square root of 0 is 0. So the first column is 0. Right? Now here 1. The square root of 1 is 1. The square root of 4 is 2. So we got this as 1 upon 2. The next This we will get cancel 1 upon 2, that is 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. So 1, the square root of 1 is 1 and the square root of 2 is under root 2. Right? Here square root of 3 is under root 3 and the square root of 4 is again 2. This 4 and this 4 will again get cancelled. You will get 1 upon 1 and the square root of 1 is 1. So this is a way, one of the way through which you can remember this first line. Okay, what I did, first I have written 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So my last number was 4. So I have written upon 4, upon 4, upon 4, upon 4, upon 4. Then put a square root sign everywhere. Then 0 divided by 4, you will get 0 and the square root of 0 is 0. Here, the square root of 1 is 1 and the square root of 4 is 2. Here, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. So we got 1 upon 2. So the square root of 1 is 1 and the square root of 2 is square root 2. Right? Here, the square root of 3 is square root 3 and the square root of 4 is 2. And again here 4 will get cancelled. 4 ones are 4 ones are. We got 1. So I have written 1. So this is a way through which you can remember the first line. And for the cos, what you need to do? You need to write this in the reverse manner. Means here the last one we have 1. So it will become first over here. The second last will become second over here. Can you notice this? The third last will become third in the second line. The second one will become second last over here. And the first one will become the last over here. So for the second line, what you need to remember that you have to write the reverse of it. Okay. And the last one is 10. 10 we have done just now, that 10 is nothing but sine upon cos. So let us find 0 upon 1 is 0. Here you have 2 in denominator. Here also you have 2 in denominator. It will get cancelled. So you will get 1 upon root 3. Can you see here? The next one. Again, if you will do upon, here you have root 2 in denominator. It will get cut. Here also root 2 will get cut. So you will get 1 upon 1. That is 1. Here also 2 and 2 will get cut. So you will get root 3 upon 1. That is root 3. Now 1 upon 0 is not defined. So this is one of the way through which you can remember this table. Now let us move to the last concept of this chapter, that is trigonometry identity. You can see a triangle and the name of this right angle triangle is triangle PQR. Okay, where angle PQR is 90 degree. Means this angle is 90 degree and angle R is theta. Right? This angle is theta. Now, what we will do? First, we will find sine theta. The formula for sine theta is opposite upon hypotenuse, right? So, here we have theta, right? Which side is opposite to theta? PQ. And hypotenuse is PR, right? So we are writing PQ upon PR, number this as 1. Then let us find cos theta also. The formula for cos theta is adjacent side of angle theta upon hypotenuse. So here we have theta. So the adjacent side is QR and the hypotenuse is PR, right? Now, since it is a right angle triangle, we can apply Pythagoras theorem in this. Okay. And what is the statement of Pythagoras theorem? It is hypotenuse square is equal to one side square plus other side square. So in this, the hypotenuse is PR. So we will get PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. Now, the next step is this. We will divide the left hand side and right hand side. Means both sides of equal to with PR square. Then what we will get? We will get PQ square upon PR square plus QR square upon PR square is equal to PR square upon PR square. So when you will look at this third term, you will notice that here we got both of them same. So what we will do, we will cut it and we will write 1 over here, right? Now, here we got PQ square upon PR square. Now look at only PQ upon PR. PQ upon PR is nothing but sine theta, right? So from this, we can conclude that sine, here we have square, right? So I'm writing sine square theta plus, here we have QR upon PR. QR upon PR is nothing but cos theta, right? So I'm writing cos, and since here we have square, we will write square is equal to, remaining is 1, so I'm copying it as 1. So from all this, we have derived trigonometry identity, that is sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Just go through it. It is very easy. First, we need to find sine theta, then cos theta, then apply Pythagoras theorem, and after that, divide each term by PR square, and then PR will get cancelled. You will get 1 over here, and then you can notice that PQ upon PR is nothing but sine theta. So you will write sine, and since we have square over here, we are writing square and then theta. So we got sine square theta plus QR upon PR is nothing but cos. So cos theta, so we are writing cos, and here will come square and here will come theta. So we have derived that sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Okay. Now let us move to the last part of today's class. Complete the given table. Here one table is given. If you will notice, they have given us the value of sine theta as 1 upon 2, right? And we need to find the value of cos theta and tan theta. Means if the sine theta is 1 upon 2, what will be the cos theta? What will be the tan theta? We need to find this. So how we will solve this? We will make the use of identity, which we have done just now. Sine theta is equal to 1 upon 2. This is given to us. Then we will write the identity sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. Sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. In the next step, we will substitute the value of sine theta, that is half, right? So here we will write 1 upon 2, and since we have square over here, we will put a square, whole square. So 1 upon 2 whole square plus remaining part copy as it is cos square theta equal to 1. In the next step, we will square it. What is the square of 1? 1. Square of 2? 4. Remaining copy as it is plus cos square theta equal to 1. Now in the next step, what we will do, we will change the place of 1 upon 4 from left hand side of equal to right hand side of equal to. So whenever you are moving any number from LHS to RHS or from RHS to LHS, what happened? Its sign get changed. Okay. So here we have 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 4. When it will go to the right hand side, it will get converted into minus 1 upon 4. So cos square theta is equal to 1 minus 1 upon 4. Now, you need to minus this too. So for subtracting this, we need to equalize the denominator. Here, there is nothing means 1. So here we have denominator as 1 and here we have denominator as 4. So for subtracting the numerator, we need to make the denominator equal. Then how we will make it? We will multiply it with 4. So if you are multiplying any number in denominator, same number you have to multiply in the numerator also. So here also I am multiplying it with 4. So what I will get? I will get 4 and 1 into 4 is again 4 minus 1 upon 4. Okay, now the denominators are same. So you can minus the numerator. So we got cos square theta is equal to 4 minus 1 upon 4. And what will be the answer? 4 minus 1? It will be 3 upon 4. Right? 4 minus 1 is 3 and denominator we will copy as it is 4. So cos square theta is equal to 3 upon 4. Then we will take the square root on both the side. We will get cos theta is equal to the square root of 3 is under root 3 and the square root of 4 is 2. So we got cos theta as root 3 upon 2. We will write in this table also root 3 upon 2. Now we need to find tan theta. For tan theta, we have one formula, that is sin theta upon cos theta. With the help of this formula, we will get tan theta. Therefore, tan theta is equal to sin theta. The value of sin theta here it is given 1 upon 2. So here we are writing 1 upon 2. Then upon means divide. So put here divide sign. Cos theta we have just got root 3 upon 2. So we are writing here root 3 upon 2. Okay. Now, the first term 1 upon 2 we will write as it is 1 upon 2. And this divide we will convert it into multiply. So when you are converting it into multiply, you have to write the reciprocal of the second term. Reciprocal means root 3 upon 2 will become 2 upon root 3. Because you are converting divide into multiply, right? So when the sign is converting, we have to write the reciprocal of the second term. So root 3 upon 2 will become 2 upon root 3. Okay. So here 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So the remaining is 1. And in denominator, we have root 3. So we got tan theta as 1 upon root 3. Right? So here in the table also we will write tan theta is equal to 1 upon root 3. Okay. Just go through the sum. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Here we have applied first identity sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, and then one of the formula tan theta is equal to sin theta upon cos theta. Okay, thank you everyone. Have a nice day. Take care.